You see me do me? Ow! This is cute! What's up? We're back. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl TiaraDanyel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's Super Bowl Sunday, y'all, and if you know me, you know I am Rihanna Navy. I'm Rihanna Navy to the bone. Okay, since the beginning of time, I'm emotional. The halftime show is about to start in like 15 minutes. Baby, I'm nervous. My chest is beating so, my heart is beating so fast. I'm literally shaking. I was trying to do my nails a few seconds ago and I was putting the glue on and I was like this with the glue. Like, woo! I gotta put my shirt on. I'm still in Atlanta. My first Super Bowl alone because my sister is in North Carolina, so I want my nephew. He's in the room. He don't care about this. But I'm about to put my Fenty shirt on. Hold, please. Let me put my shirt on. Yeah. Because one thing about it, it's Fenty till we die, okay? Period. Now, I done made me a little rotel dip. I never made rotel dip before. Let me show y'all. So my little dip is the chicken one. I'm not gonna lift the top because it's gonna make it foggy. But I did chicken because we didn't have ground turkey. And I did me a little California chicken pizza. This is the Sicilian or whatever it's called. And I'm gonna make me a little cherry Coke from home, a scratch. Oh my god, a cherry Coke from scratch because I saw this girl on TikTok do it, but she did it with the syrup, like from the jar ones. But I got fresh ones, so we about to smash these. That's about it. I'm just nervous for Rihanna. Well, her season. I've been fine this whole time, like from the announcement. I'm like, she gonna be good. She gonna be fine. And now it's time for it, and I'm nervous as like I can't breathe. And I think it's starting in like 10 minutes. So I'm about to go eat my pizza, try to mash up these cherries real quick to make my Coke. I'm gonna record it because I just feel like this is a moment in time. But at the same time, I may not post it because I'm gonna be crying. And I really don't feel like I want me on the internet crying because that's not gonna happen. But let me go make my food because whew, the clock is counting down, honey. It's counting down. So I'm gonna see y'all when Rihanna's on the stage. Oh my god, they about to have another touchdown? Y'all, I cannot sit down. Your girl is nervous. Is it halftime yet? It's 8:08. Like, we gotta wait till they get through this 1 minute. This is stressful. Honestly, this is really stressful. I mean, years of no performances. This is what she wants to do to come back. Why could it be less stress-inducing? Okay? Like, why couldn't it just be? Why couldn't it be an award show performance? Like,
but did he lose control? So that's the shots that they're going to look at to see if there is enough to overturn the rare mention. It's all
right. Come on. This is why I can't watch this sport because I just want to get to the entertainment. This is not entertainment to me.
Really close. You'll see some
I'm gonna cut to the goddamn chase. I couldn't even eat my dip, but my pizza was good. The pizza was good. But the dip, I tasted a little bit of it. It was good, but I'm so nervous that I can't eat. But California chicken pizza has the best grocery store pizza to me. The barbecue chicken one is good and the Sicilian one is good. 54 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to pee. It's time. After these commercials go off, it's gonna be time for her. Woo! Woo! I gotta stand up. I gotta stand up because like my armpits are sweating. Like I'm sweating. This is the second time this week that I've had these feelings. First time I was trying to get those Renaissance tickets, and now it's this. These bitches are trying to kill me. Okay? I just can't. I can't. Whew. Okay. Oh my god.
Welcome back to the
I think it's happening. I think it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Okay. I'm so nervous. Okay, I can't cry because I know mascara and my mascara is not waterproof today, okay? We don't got the time for that. Drake, shut up. I see the stage in the back. It's red. Everything gonna be red because she got on red. Alright, how long is this gonna take? Like, come on. Come on. I don't wanna see flashbacks. What's it called? Run backs? Game flashbacks, whatever it's called. I don't want to see it. You know, what's his name? Jalen Hurts. He can hurt me, child. He sure can. What?
He changed and went to a 3/4-inch spike or cleat as opposed to the other, which was a half inch.
I just feel like
that's because the NFL, for some reason, they painted this whole field, and this
cut to the chase. Oh, the lights is off.
And, you know, I look at it this first half. The Eagles just dominated.
Okay, no, come on. I got scared for a second, so the lights have been off. Okay.
Get any kind of rhythm. They haven't been out there long enough.
Okay, I can't. I'm so nervous. Just sit down.
Mahomes is still going to be a key. Yeah, you know, one of the things you talked about the pregame was the best defense against Kansas City was time of possession. 20.
After a break. They already had a break. They had two. Okay, turn it up. Moolala. Oh my God. Y'all should know me well enough. Oh my blood. Look at the float in the air. If you think that you gonna knock me off the, act like you forgot. Oh, this is fire. Oh, this is where have you been? Oh my gosh. Yes, mother. I don't like this dance break. The other one was better. That was a classic. You don't get rid of classic choreography. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my God. I'm about to cry. I can't cry. Don't cry. This is so cool. The stages are floating. Get anything. I can't focus right now. Oh. Period. Work. You see me do me. Ow! This is cute. This is mad cute. Just get ready for you. Yes. Movie performance. Wow. This choreography, like what was that? Like what is that? On a headstand! Oh, this choreography eats. This choreography eats. This is fire. Hold on, this might be the best part. Oh, why they back up? I want to see her twerk. She said pose? It's the mix for pose for me. What? No way, she's doing pose. She's not gonna sing that. I don't see the microphone. But she gonna dance with them. Ow! Yes, Fenty Beauty check. Promo. This is surprising to me. Come on. I'm addicted to the thrill. Got a problem, tell me now. Oh, no beat drop? Ooh! Hey! song and I'm like, but I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing it. I want them to stop zooming out so far. I don't want to see them damn fireworks. I want to see her. Look at my girl. No, she gotta keep going. I don't want to go back to that damn game. They need to let her finish. Just close the whole game out. We don't want to see nothing else but this. Okay, make me like it. Make me like it. Because the musical arrangement is giving. It's giving. Yeah. Yes, mother. Okay, this is a good view. Okay, this is a cute view. Okay. I see what they're trying to do. I see what they're trying to do. Oh. The stage is wobbling. Do not give me all the tip. What? In the sky. Yeah, Bree. That's totally not what I expected. Totally not what I expected. Totally not what I expected, but that was so good. She sounded so good. She looked so good. I'm happy she didn't have a guess. I'm happy she did not have a guess. Period. Okay? Because my mothers do the halftime show alone. Okay? Alone. Yeah. That was good. That was good. I need it on YouTube. Let me see. Is it on YouTube yet? Okay, so no, we need to talk. So when it first came up, I saw her stomach and I didn't want to say anything on camera because I was like, I don't want to be like, is she pregnant? Like, I didn't want to do that because I fully and totally against that until somebody says that they're pregnant. But as the performance kept going and the stomach was stomaching from different angles, I was like, is it flat or is it there? And then she touched it, like rubbed it. And she's having another baby. Irish twins. I'm very happy for my girl, but at the same time, A$AP Rocky, I love you, Rocky, but you're testing my patience. You're really stomping on the last nerve that I have.
What a big hit right when that ball made contact. Let's see.
It's fine. Congratulations. Again. Rihanna said, y'all thought I was going on tour? Y'all thought I was giving y'all an album? I'm actually giving you guys another baby. Like, another one, the same womb flav. Like, that's really how I feel right now. But it's okay because she performed pregnant at the halftime show. Iconic moments in time during Black History Month. Pregnant once again on her birthday. My girl can't catch a break. I'm blaming him, not her. Even though it takes two to tango, but it's his fault. It's his fault. Oh. I just want an album. I want a tour. What a night. The Fenty bow is done. It's now like 2:30 in the morning because I'm a night owl, honey. I don't know how. I gotta change my ways. I'm trying to be a morning girly. So this week the challenge is gonna be waking up between 5:30 and 6 because becoming a morning person is really a big goal that I have for this year. And I mean, I'm gonna be an early bird. I want to be an early bird for the rest of my life. So that's the goal for this week. I was supposed to start February 1st, but I couldn't. And I really want to start this weekend. I had to watch my nephew. So I just sound like I'm giving a bunch of excuses, but my sister comes back tonight, well today, sometime in the morning, but I will be making that my goal. So Monday night, tomorrow night, I'm going to try to sleep as early as possible. The issue is that I have a hard time going to sleep like before 10. So what I'm gonna end up doing is like taking an edible. I'm probably gonna take an edible at like 6, and I should be really sleepy and tired. Well, probably like 7. I'll probably take it at 7, and then I will be probably knocked out by 10, so I can wake up by like 5. So right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 8 hours of sleep. So I usually wake up naturally around the 7th hour mark, because for some reason my body just jumps up. Like when it's 7 hours in, for some reason I'm like, that's the best sleep that I get, when I'm asleep for 7 hours. And I want to try to sleep for at least 8 or 9. But then I feel like when I do that, like, I be sleepy as fuck when I wake up. Like, when I sleep beyond 7 hours, I feel exhausted. But I also feel like 7 hours is not enough sleep. I don't know. Or maybe I should listen to my body. Maybe it is enough sleep for me. I don't know. But that's what we're going to do this week. Getting in order. Like, I've been so off track. I've been trying to get my life on track for the new year, and I just cannot get through it. Like, January was not successful for me, so I'm pushing for February because I have a lot of goals and a lot of things that I want to accomplish this year, and I feel like I can really do it if my focus is on, because my focus has not been on. So I'm gonna start my little social media, not cleanse, but like limit my screen time more, because I'm somebody that always has a screen time thing on, but because I know the passcode, I just go in and go beyond the time that I allow. My other thing I'm trying to do this year is finish my French class. I have 1 class left from college. Mind you, I walked in 2015. So we're almost 10 years since I walked across graduation stage, and I still do not have my degree or my diploma because of 1 class. So I have to figure out how to get that done as well. But yeah, I am stressed out about that, and also be more consistent on here, because now that I have 1,000 subscribers, I don't know if y'all are real or if y'all are spam or bots or what so have you, because I'm very shocked that I have 1,000 subscribers and how it happened over the past, what, 2 months, and I haven't posted anything. But I don't know, maybe it's just a sign that I need to get my ASS back to where it needs to be, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. Hi girlies and boys, all the girls. Today is Valentine's Day. I'm supposed to be going to look at some 1-bedrooms with the property manager here in this community that I live in. And I was supposed to go at 2:30, but she's at court dealing with an eviction situation, so she pushed it back to 3:30. But I don't, has she emailed me back? Is this her? Oh yep, here she goes right here. Okay, so I'm about to go do that. Might record a little bit later with y'all. So I forget, I have to do my face or something anyways, so I'm probably going to we're gonna do a little chit chat later. But I'm about to go look at these places, and hopefully I see something I like. Wish me luck. I make, let me show y'all the stuff for Cairo for Valentine's Day. Look how freaking cute. he loves bath toys and Mickey Mouse, so she got him this. And then he's obsessed with Encanto and Bruno. He got some painting things right there because he loves to paint. I'm whispering because his room is literally right there. A puzzle of Encanto. He's gonna love that. Sky, he loves Sky. He loves Paw Patrol, but he really likes Sky and the helicopter and strawberries because he loves chocolate covered strawberries. So I'm excited for him to see this. In other news, the apartments were really cute. I think I found the one that I want to move into. So I think she said the first week of May was when the apartment that I want to move into would be available. They're basically gonna renovate it similar to this. And I'm into it. The only thing I did notice is the old renovation. So they have apartments that are renovated still from the old people that owned this place before. And they have this deep, big farm size like sink. And the new renovation, they split the sink in half and it's smaller. And I'm not talking about like smaller in size. I'm talking about like it's less deep. Like they changed the whole sink out. And I'm wondering like, why do they do that? Like, for me, I feel like a farm sink is more of a renovation than splitting a sink. No? Is that just me? But yeah, the kitchen is obviously smaller because it's a 1-bedroom. All of the closets and every single unit that I saw were mad deep. So I'm like, either way, that's the one thing that I'm really nervous about with moving is that like my closet is not gonna be big enough. Because my closet right now is a decent size, but I feel like it needs to be bigger. So I'm excited to see which apartment I end up in, but we will see. I'm between two right now, but I think I'm gonna lean more towards the one that's like in the middle as far as pricing and size, because it just overall makes the most sense. But child, it's 4:44. It's time for me to go back to work. See y'all afterwards. Hey y'all, I'm in Pennsylvania. I am in Pennsylvania, and I'm here to watch my sister and most of like my little brother. I'm here to watch my little brother. I know this walk has been all over the place. Today is the 26th. I actually recorded on the 22nd, but I didn't like what I recorded, so I deleted it and I'm not putting it in this video. But I'm just trying to do my hair real quick because I just need my hair to be in some sort of style, regardless of what the style is. Because I can't take the matted natural hair. It's so annoying and very, very stressful. So it's easier for me to just put it in some sort of style. And I need small pins. I didn't pack any. Oh no, yes I did. I put a bunch of pins. Oh, it's in my ponytail bag. But yeah, I just need to do some sort of style to keep my hair orderly. And bantu knots is honestly the easiest thing for me to do instead of twisting it. Instead of doing a two-strand twist. But I just wanted to come chit chat because y'all, these past 3 days, when I say somebody, I feel like somebody got it out for me. Listen, so Friday, I had to catch my flight to come here to Pennsylvania. And I'm flying out of, as y'all know, Atlanta, because that's where I live now. Now, the first time, just some background. So the first time I flew out of Atlanta was to come up here for my aunt's funeral in January. So, and it was me and Cairo. And we checked in quickly. And as we turned around, the lady behind us was like, come on through, like come through. So I'm thinking, oh damn, like TSA is right next to the Delta check-in, like that's convenient. They sped us all the way through. We went through super fast, and I'm like, oh wow, like why do people complain about the Atlanta airport? Like this was nothing. Like we got through this so quickly. I don't see the big deal or the big problem. So, and I remember texting that to my family. I was like, oh yeah, we bust through to a TSA mad quick. Like they sent us a special way. I don't know if it's because I had Cairo or what. And so I'm thinking that's the way it's gonna be every time I go to the Atlanta airport. So Friday, this past Friday, I get to the airport and I'm like, okay, cool. I go to turn around to go the same way I went before, and it says TSA pre-check only, like entrance only. Now, I don't remember the sign being there before, but I'm sure it was there before. However, nobody checked if we had pre-check. They just told us, like, just go this way, go down this way. And this time when I turned around, I said, oh, so this is only for a pre-check? She was like, yep, this entrance is only for pre-check. So I'm like, okay, where's the regular one? So I'm walking. All right, so I'm like, all right, let me just walk. I'm walking. And I'm walking. And I'm walking. And then I passed the clear line. So this line was what I thought the entrance was, but it was just clear. So I'm like, this is not the line for me because I don't have clear anymore. So that line, mind you, was wrapped around. I'm gonna do a wrap around, okay? That was it was wrapped around. So I'm like, damn, like if the clear line is wrapped around like that, like I don't know what general was gonna be looking like. So I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, let me just find a general line. So I'm walking again, and I'm walking again, and I'm walking again. When I tell y'all, I feel like I took a lap around that airport before I got to the line for general TSA. So now we standing where the shops and the things is at, line that long. Now typically I'm used to going to airports where we got a screen that says how long it's gonna take for us to get through TSA. That's what we have in Jersey, that's what we have in New York. I've experienced that in what's that place called that I went to? San Francisco. I've experienced that just in multiple airports. So I'm thinking that that's the regular thing. They ain't had it. So I just had to go based off of the fact that the line was super long. So we're not even in like where you actually have to go through. So we're far out of it, and the line is at a standstill. It would be one thing if the line was going, but the line was not moving. So for a good 10 minutes, we were just standing there, right? So we waiting, and I'm like, damn. Also, I decided to leave my house because we live 30 minutes from the airport. So I decided to leave the house at like 1 because in my mind, I'm thinking the same way we went with Cairo is the way I'm going to go this time. So I'm like, it's no need for me to rush. Wrong. So I got to the airport at exactly 2:09 or something like that. And the flight started boarding at 2:50 and it took off at 3:30 or something like that. So I'm sitting in line. I'm like, okay, no problem. So we leave 1 o'clock. We leave the house. Correction, we left the house at 1:30 because I'm like, oh, I can get there too. I'll be through TSA, no problem. So now I'm sitting in the line and the clock is just ticking. It's just ticking and ticking and ticking. So now I'm seeing other people like, yo, my flight to New York, I got till 3:15. Like, I gotta get to my flight. So I'm overhearing it and I'm thinking, damn, what time do I have to get to my flight? So I Googled it. So I looked at the Delta app. So the Delta app was like boarding ends 15 minutes before, you know, the flight takes off. Because typically, you know, the door closes, they don't let you on, whatever. So I'm like, oh my God, it's 10:40. Mind you, I'm still nowhere near the line. I was like, I'm inside where TSA is, but I'm still nowhere near the front of the line. Still. And I was in there for 40 plus minutes. So I'm like, holy shit, I have until 3:15 to get to the gate. I still have to get on the train to get to the gate, and it's 2 gates before mine. I mean, 2 terminals before mine. And I still have to get into the terminal and then find the gate, and the gate is 37, so it's all the way in the back. Don't have a suitcase. I got a duffel bag and a Telfar purse. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna have to try to skip the line. And I've never done this before, and sometimes I feel bad for people that when they have a bunch of kids and they got to skip the line, but other times I just feel like, bitch, you should have got here on time. You know what time your flight was taking off. You should have been here 2 hours before. But see, when you do foolish things, the clown comes back to bite. So now here I am, being one of the people that I can't stand, I get annoyed about. So now I'm like, oh my God, I think that's my flight that they're talking about. So one of the girls in front of me, she goes, well, you need to go up there because all of them are going up there. Like, you need to go say something. And I'm like, okay, because I'm not the girl to skip. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna try to weasel my way in. I'm not gonna just be like, oh my God, can I skip you? Can I skip you? So I'm like, oh shit. So she tells me, she's like, just go, just go, just go. It's a black girl in front of me. So I run up to the front and I asked the lady, she's like, everybody that has to be at the gate by 3:15, like, y'all need to come up. So I booked it because first, originally, I saw this lady do it, and then her daughter, she called her daughter over, and then this other lady who was going to like Rochester or something like that, and this other girl that was flying into New York, they walked over there like maybe 5 minutes after the first people skipped. So I'm like, oh shit, maybe I need to go follow behind them. So I asked the girl, I said, yo, are you going to New York City, Jersey? She was like, yeah, I'm going to New York. My flight is 3:15. I said, oh shit, I need to go with you. So I run to get into the line, and we go, so you know how they have separate lanes. So the guy's like, do you want to go this way? I'm like, whatever, I'll just go this way. So then it was a white girl behind me, and she turns around and she's like, well, there's 2 here. Like, maybe you should come on this side because there's 2 TSA agents here and there's only 1 here. So that line is slower. So I'm like, okay, she's right. So I get into this line and she lets me get in front of her. Why do I go through? I get through with no problem. I unload all my stuff. It takes a while, but I unload my stuff. By the time I did that, it was like 2:50, 2:55, I want to say. So by the time I do that, put all my stuff on, why, when you have to push the bins into the what's it called, like, not the turnstile, it's the oh my God, I'm having a brain fart, but the thing that goes, I cannot remember what that's called for some reason. It's not the treadmill, but you know what it is. And why did I stop working? Why does it stop working? Nobody's bags are going in for a smooth 3 minutes. The light is blinking yellow. And the TSA agent, the guy is in front of me. He's like, yeah, he's talking to them. He's like, yo, like, none of the bags are moving. Like, nothing is working. And the girl's like, okay, what about now? He's like, none of the bags are moving. The light is blinking yellow. So I'm having a full meltdown in front of this man. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, please, oh my God, like, that's all I just kept saying. Like, I need to get my flight, I need to catch my flight, I need to catch my flight. So I finally get my stuff through, and I'm like, okay, now it's like 2:55, 2:57, 2:58. So like, all right, 15 minutes, I should be able to do this, no problem. Like, I got a duffel bag, I don't got nothing crazy in my bag, no problem. So I go to the side. Why does my duffel bag get pushed to the side to get checked by TSA? I said, you have got to be kidding me. On this day of all days, my bag don't never get stopped. Oh, my entire life of traveling, and I have traveled a lot via plane, my bag has probably been pulled to the side 2 times. I'm gonna say once, both times was actually in Mexico. Both times was in Mexico. One was it was just for no random reason. They just thought, like, I guess they thought I had something sharp in my bag, but I didn't. And the second time was because I had like I had a hand sanitizer that wasn't labeled as hand sanitizer. So my stuff never gets pulled to the side. So now I'm like, what is happening? Like, why is my duffel bag pulled to the side? I have nothing in my duffel bag. So now I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. There is 4 bins in front of my fucking bin, and 1 lady in TSA checking the bins. So now I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna make my plane. Like, I literally said, I texted her, I was like, I'm not gonna make this plane. So the lady that's checking, mind you, she's checking bags and suitcases inside of the bin. She never takes anything out of the bin, never puts anything on the table. So she finishes one thing and then she gets sanitizer and sprays down the whole table and starts cleaning the table. And I'm like, what went on the table? So you know how it's just like little stuff that people do, and you're like, you're dragging it right now. You're really killing me, Smalls. So she's cleaning the table, taking her time. I'm like, all right. So now she got somebody's bottle of peroxide or something like that, some shit like that. So now the guy that was down at the bottom hearing me have a meltdown, he comes down and starts checking bags. So he goes through one bag. He's like, he asked the person that was in front of me, one of the ladies that also had to skip, she was like, you know, what do you have in your bag? She was like, I don't know, I have nothing sharp or whatever. So he has to dig through her whole suitcase. And I mean, he's zipping, and her suitcase has zips on zips on zips, like in the inside. So he's checking. So now she's like, you know what, when can I get another flight, because I'm gonna be late at this point. So he does all of this and pulls out like this size of a body wash. So my mom, I'm like, sis, you are way older than me. You know you can't take this on the plane. You know that. So he throws it out or whatever. So in the middle of him doing this, mind you, the other girl that was checking back, she's all like this. What is this? Like, how do I describe this? Like, oh, like how much was even supposed to be in the bottle? Like leaning back, talking to him. And he's like, yeah, just put it all to the side. She's like, oh, okay. So she walking back and forth, walking to the other side. She's like, yeah, what is this? Like, what is this? So she walks back around and she turned her back and leaned up against the thing and just like twirl. I'm like, yo, why are you acting like people in here don't got nowhere to be? Just because you're here all day does not mean we're here all day. What the fuck are you doing? So I'm grilling her because I'm like, there's 3 other bags that need to be checked and you are just sitting here doing what exactly? So he's finished with this slutty bag, then gets the other bag. Another bag, these people, I don't know if they were I think they were Middle Eastern, but they was most likely American, but they had an older gentleman with them who I think was not American. He's so he pulls out this whole bag of medicines. Mind you, it's not pill medicine. It's like, it's ointment. It's like Neosporin, penetration ointment, right? Big ass tubes. So they're like, oh, he has a rash on his hand. He has a rash on his hand. He needs it. He has to. And they're like, he's like, do y'all want me to throw it out? Because this is not what we count as like medicine that has to be taken through. Like, he's like, either y'all check the bag or like, so it's a back and forth. Now it's 3:12. So by this time he's like, okay, fine, whatever. They decide to throw it out. The girl comes back and gets the other bag that's in front of my bag. He gives them their stuff and he finally gets my bag. So he didn't even ask me if it was my bag. He just immediately knew. So he was like, so he zips it up and he starts to go through it and he stops and he goes, do you have heels in your bag? I said, yes. I have heels. I said, yes, I have heels in my bag. He zipped it up and said, here. Like, because that's the reason to why I got stopped. So I'm like, oh my God, thank you. So now it's 3:15. I book it to the escalator to get to the train to the terminal. So I'm like, oh my God. So my mom was like, I'm praying that like somebody, like it's more people. Because you know how usually it takes a really long time to load a plane. So I'm like, I'm praying that like kids or somebody ran in late, whatever. So now I get the clock. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I finally get to Terminal C. And escalator is bad fucking long, y'all. So I'm running up this escalator. It's me and another lady in front of me. Like we trying to walk as fast as we can up this escalator. I got a big heavy duffel bag and a telephone bag with like my iPad, my computer, my camera, like just all this heavy shit in my bag. So I'm like this up the escalator. By the time we got to the top, I think we both stopped because I was like, I literally cannot breathe. So I'm like, I have to try to get to the fucking gate. So I'm like speed walking as fast as I can to the gate. And I'm like, oh my God, please, please, please. I get to the gate and I see a guy with like 2 or 3 kids, like they talking to him. I guess he was a standby. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. As soon as I got there and got behind him, he was like, what's your name? I was like, Tiara. I was like, was like, okay, you're good. He was like, let her go on, she's good. So I got on, and the plane was old. Not only was the plane old, because there was no TVs, the Wi-Fi took like 20 plus minutes to connect. So I could not even work the way I wanted to work. I had to work from like my phone. And then on top of having to work from my phone, I'm one of those people that like to get to the airport, or get to the airplane, like my seat early, so that way I can like situate myself, outlets, wipe down the seats, wipe down. I couldn't do none of that because it was an older man next to me. It was just a tight squeeze because it was not really Comfort Plus. I basically paid for Comfort Plus seating for a regular seat. There was no, even one of the pilots that was riding the plane, he also said like this was the most uncomfortable like flight I've had in a while. Like the seats were not, there was no extra room space. The seats were crunched together. It just was like you could tell it was like an old ass plane, and I haven't been on an old Delta plane in a long time. But yeah, that was Friday. Now Saturday, I finally get to the house. Friday night I got to the house. Saturday, tell me why my parents are gone, right? So their flight was like 6 something, I want to say 6 or 7 something to Miami from New Jersey. So I'm like, okay, everything should be fine. I have to wake up, give my brother his medicine at 8:30, feed the dogs at 8:30. Okay, cool. I mean 9:30. Feed the dogs at 9:30. So I ended up staying up all night because we have like this movie theater downstairs in the basement. So I ended up staying up all night watching movies. So in Bel Air, catching up on the new season of Bel Air, and then watching movies. So I stayed up till like 6 in the morning, y'all. Like 6 a.m. I'm up watching movies. So I finally decided to go to sleep at 6 o'clock, 6:30. So my alarm sets for 8:30 to give my brother his medicine. I sleep through that alarm. Then something happens, and I think I just popped up. I don't think anything happened. I think I just popped up because I realized, oh shit, like what time is it? So it's 9 o'clock. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go upstairs, give Christian his medicine. I can't see, I don't got nowhere my glasses is at. I left my glasses in the basement. So I'm just coming up the steps. I go to sit on the couch, and the dogs immediately start crying. And I'm like, oh my God. So this means that y'all are tired, that y'all have to pee. Not thinking, not remembering when I used to live here that there's an alarm system in this house. So I opened the door to let the dogs out at 9 a.m. thinking nothing of it. And then all of a sudden I hear beep, 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 beep. The alarm is going off. And I immediately said, fuck, I do not know. I don't know the code. I don't know the code. So I checked the text to see if my mother said what time she's landing. They land at 9:30. It is 9 o'clock on the dot. So I'm like, I don't know any flight information. I don't know if they're flying a plane where they have to pay for Wi-Fi, if the Wi-Fi is free. I don't know anything. So it's 9 o'clock. I'm having a full-on meltdown because I'm still half awake. I know that eventually, if I don't turn off this alarm, they're gonna call the police. So the alarm is going off, and it starts off as like a soft beep, 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 beep. I'm like, fuck, okay, like fine, whatever. I'm the one that can hear it. I'll just have to keep going. So I do all the codes that I can remember. Nothing works. So then the loud alarm, because it's like I guess it's like a 2-level alarm, I guess, to like, if it's one of us that might have just set the alarm off, it's like low. But then the alarm, if we don't put the code in fast enough, is blaring loud. So now I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to wake up Christian and Celeste. So I call Celeste, and I'm like, yo, like, wake her up upstairs. And I'm downstairs, and she's like, hello. I'm like, yo, what's the code? Like, do you know the code? She's like, oh, I don't know, because mommy often changes it. And I'm like, oh my God. So now, I'm like, we each have our own individual codes. So that I do remember. So I started putting in my code. Then Celeste tells me her code. Then she tells me another code that she thinks mommy remembered, that mommy may have had. So now we just try and code up the code, up the code, up the code. Now, it's like, I want to say it's like 9:06. I hear the dogs barking outside, because I'm like, I might as well not even just move from the alarm. I got to keep figuring this out. Not even, I'm skipping a part. ADT texts me and was like, burglar alert, and you can either cancel the alarm if everything's okay or request the police. So I'm responding in the chat that they sent me, cancel the alarm, it was by mistake, I don't know the code, cancel the alarm, help, I don't know the code. No response. So then I click call ADP. I call them, I tell the lady what the issue is. She transfers me over to a new account, to a new place to give me like a one-time code. I'm like, okay, great, this should be done any minute now. On hold. By 9:06, the dogs start barking. So I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go, let me go let the dogs in. Baby, the dogs were barking because the police were here. The police were creeping up to the door like they were about to bust that shit in at 9 in the morning. So 2 cops came. I go to like let the dogs in. I'm like, oh shit, like the cops are really here. The cop is like shh, like trying to shush the dog, I guess, because they think like I don't know, I guess shushing a dog if you think somebody is gonna rob the house would make sense, because they, you know, now they know people here. Cop is creeping closer to the door via the driveway, and the cop is like trying to creep up towards the door from the front of the house. So I immediately open the door and I just start talking. It's like I just, you know, like word vomit. I just regurgitated. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like my mother is going, my parents are away, they went on a trip, they're on an airplane, I don't know the code, like I just came back, like just spilling my guts out. The dogs come running back in, and by that time the cop that was walking up to the driveway, he's now in front of me. He's like, dear, it's okay. Like it's okay, like calm down, it's okay. Because I'm like panicking, because first of all, that alarm is so loud that it's just like I'm still kind of out of it because I was sleeping, half awake, didn't get no rest because I was up all night. So I'm like sort of kind of really all over the fucking place. So the cop is like, it's okay. So he tells his friend, like his other cop person, like, it's okay, like I got it. So he's like, there's no one else here with you. I tell him my siblings are upstairs, they're sleeping, neither one of us know the code, I don't know what to do. So he's like, he asked me for my name, he asked me for my date of birth, all of this stuff. So he asked me for my ID. I go down to get the ID. When I come back upstairs, he's at the ADP thing, trying to figure out a way to turn it off. So I'm like, I don't know, like my mom doesn't get off the flight until 9:30, because now at this point it's like 9:20 at this point. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like I really don't know what to do. I call ADP, they have me on hold. Like what am I supposed to do in this situation? And then suddenly my mother texts me, oh my god. In all caps, she's like, oh my god, I thought you knew the code, I'm so sorry, this is the code. Y'all, it was a number that I would have never in my lifetime ever guessed. But according to my sister, she's like, oh yeah, allegedly, like that's a number that was a part of her phone number from when she was younger. I'm guessing her wedding anniversary, her birthday, like her and my stepdad's birthday together, my birthday, I'm guessing like my own personal code that I have for stuff, like just guessing any numbers that I could think, me and the middle sister's birthday, everything that I could possibly think of. Nothing worked. And I'm like, this was the number of all numbers? So the cop ends up putting the code in, and it immediately shuts off. And then my stepfather immediately calls, and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, we weren't thinking, like, are the cops still there? So the cop gets on the phone with him, and he's like, yeah, in situations like this, like if y'all are leaving, y'all can also call the police department and give us the code, because like this is nuts. Mind you, in the midst of that happening, they sent another cop car out there. So it was ended up 3 cops ended up showing up, and the third one ended up just sitting out in the truck, because he had like the walkie-talkie or whatever. And I guess he said something to him on a walkie-talkie, and he just told him like, no, like everything's good in here. But y'all, at 9:30 a.m. so now Celeste is up, and she's like, girl, I ain't gonna go back to sleep, like I might as well just be up. So we just up watching Grown-ups. I ended up falling asleep. I slept until like 2 o'clock yesterday. I was exhausted between the debacle with the flight and then to come home to this the next day. Like insanity. It was insanity. And then on top of that, last night I realized I left my work laptop in my mother's car. So it's just been 3 days of mess. I left my work laptop. I have to work Monday and Tuesday. My manager is out Monday and Tuesday. I have to work all week, but my manager is out Monday and Tuesday. My mother doesn't get back here until Tuesday night. So now I have to figure out if I can log into everything that I need to log into from our computer in the house. Yo, it's just been a mess. And I left the damn laptop in the car because my greedy self got out to go to Ulta last night because my mother had to go get her skincare like in travel size. I didn't need to get out the car. I got out the car, spent money I didn't need to spend, and now I have to return all the stuff that I bought because I don't like one of the things. The other thing I didn't need, it was another foundation, but it's like I actually have 2 foundations with me. I don't know why I went and bought another one. Just a whole thing. So I ended up like trying to stuff the laptop under the seat because I was gonna leave my purse in the car. Since everything is so sketchy etchy now, even more than usual, I usually like try to put my electronics under the chair, but I took the laptop out and I'm like, okay, well, actually I'm gonna just take the whole bag and not take out the iPad. So I took the damn laptop out, forgetting that the laptop was in the back of the damn seat when I got out of the car that night when we got home. When does it end? When does it end? It's like, it's just a debacle. Everything is a debacle. At this point, I just can't. I genuinely, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't. So, yeah, that's my story, and you know, that's what happened. That has been my past 2 days. That's been my weekend. So now I'm just trying to do my hair, situate it. I'm gonna take me a nice little bubble bath, little body in my mother's spa tub, and watch Potomac tonight. Second part of the reunion. I hope Candace lays into Giselle's ass because Giselle is a clown, as is Ashley and her clown-faced friends. Yeah, Ashley the dummy Darby. Just dumb. Like, you've been on this show for all these years, don't got nothing to show for it. Didn't come out of it with a business, just 2 babies and no alimony. Imagine sleeping with that gremlin. Imagine sleeping with that gremlin-faced man for all of these years and getting 2 kids out of it with nothing else to show for yourself while you're on the show. No business, no weave line, no fashion line, no candle line, no tripod lines that you want to do fucking TikToks every 2 seconds. Like, nothing. Nothing for your kids. Even Monique got a few businesses out of, granted, you know, her husband was already wealthy, but like, regardless, she still used the show to leverage a business. Robin has a business. Giselle had a business. Mia came on the show with the business. I don't know if she came with the show, she had the business. I don't know, but Mia had something going on for herself. Wendy had a business. Like, Karen has multiple. Like, what do you have to show? What do you have to show for yourself? Candace has her music. Like, what do you have? Nothing. Children. That's all she got. That's all she got. And no alimony. Fucking joke. Ashley Darby is a fucking joke. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody. She is a joke. Like, I just can't. Her and Giselle are 2 morons. And personally, I want next season to be the drag down of Robin, because there's no way you're telling me you believe that a single man, I mean a man that is engaged, can somehow magically pay for a single woman's hotel room when y'all spent seasons upon seasons crying about financial difficulties, but he got the money to spend for a single woman's hotel room, and you think he got nothing out of that deal? Robin, miss me, please. Miss me. You want to play Boo Boo the Fool? Then you do that. But don't bring it out here to make it seem as though we're all just about to be playing Boo Boo the Fool. No. No. And then for her to tell Candace, it's not fair. You get mad at us when we do stuff on camera, but we're on a TV show. We have to do it on camera. Well, where was that when Juan got caught cheating, huh? Where was it then? Why was it on camera then? Because Candace has brought up multiple times that y'all not putting stuff on camera. So, where's that? And Candace is correct in her speaking of, you waited, as in Giselle, you waited for a camera to come on to say something to me, because you saw me multiple times within a span of 6 months before we started filming. You saw me multiple times. You never brought it up to me, but you waited until a camera started rolling to say, oh, he made me feel uncomfortable. So that looks like you're creating a narrative and a story for the show instead of just being upfront and real about it, since y'all considered yourselves such close friends. Because Robin and Giselle keep saying, oh, you know, I liked Candace. I didn't have no issue with Candace. But if you liked her and her husband made you feel uncomfortable, why did you wait until the camera came on to tell it to somebody? And then Robin with the speaker thing, again, Candace was absolutely correct in what she said. I don't care what nobody says. If my friend, somebody who I know I consider my friend, somebody who I know I'm close to, that I speak to often, if they go on a rant of calling people broke bitches and they bummy businesses and they don't do nothing and da-da-da-da, if I know that somebody is my friend, baby, I know for a fact they're not talking about me. I know for a fact. Like, when she played that, Wendy wasn't even phased. Wendy wasn't phased. You know why? Because Wendy knew Candace ain't talking about me. She ain't talking about me. She talking about these other bitches that she don't like, but she ain't talking about me. But Robin was so pressed to have a moment this season in an attempt, but now we see why she was so pressed to have a moment, because she was attempting to deflect from the fact that she knew somebody was going to bring up those rumors during the season, which she said on her podcast. She was waiting for it to happen, but somehow when you was waiting for it to happen, instead of addressing it and saying, oh, I already knew about that, da-da-da-da, you decided to call Juan and act like you were just so shocked and appalled. And he was like so shocked and appalled on the other side of the phone, so angry and so vicious. And Ashley's standing there because Ashley knows. Ashley knew. Ashley been knew. Ashley, just like she said, Ashley and Giselle, they knew. They knew about the rumor. That's why she went up to Robin so quickly and said something to her. Please. They knew. And it was attempting to deflect from whatever mess she had going on in her life, as well as whatever mess Giselle has going on with her mess of a baby father. They did that to deflect from there. They did what they did to Candace, to Candace and Chris, so that way they wouldn't have to focus on them, which is whack, because the show is supposed to be about y'all. And the whole season, we hardly talked about anything Robin or Giselle was doing or did outside of the bachelorette trip or whatever. And even that, y'all sat there and talked about Cameron the whole time. Like, another fake story. Like, we don't care. Sharice, we don't care and we don't like you. Like, I don't understand what Robin and Giselle don't understand about that. We don't care. Y'all want her to be the grand dame so bad. Y'all want her to be that girl of Potomac so bad. We, the viewers, we don't care. Because at the end of the day, Karen is still that girl. Karen is still the grand dame. Karen is still one of the best parts, if not the best part of Potomac. Like, what are y'all talking about? We don't care. We don't care that she wasn't who Sharice originally picked to join the cast, and Sharice was the one that did. We don't give a damn. All of these seasons later, Karen is still the fan favorite, which lets us know that Sharice, you don't have taste because you didn't pick her, allegedly. So since you didn't pick her, you didn't know what you were doing. She lasted the strength of time and you did not. That's what's really pissing Sharice off. That's what's truly grinding her fucking gears. Is that Karen, she didn't pick Karen, but somehow Karen is the fan favorite of the show. And she ain't on the show no more. Unless it's through Giselle and Robin trying to use her to start rumors, or to say that she heard a rumor about somebody's husband doing something with somebody, i.e. Monique. And now she is with the same Blue Eye story that nobody cares about. We don't care about Blue Eyes. We don't care. I don't care if Karen fucked Blue Eyes outside in public in the middle of the street in Potomac. I don't care. I don't care. because it's not going to change the way that I look at Cameron. It's not going to change the way that I feel about Cameron. It's not going to change the fact that we know Ray is a gazillion years old. Like, we don't care. Like, if she's getting it from somewhere else, okay. And the issue is y'all so pressed for her to admit something, and she has said continuously on the show she's not gonna talk about blue eyes. She don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, so then leave it alone. Like, y'all pressing something, y'all pressing a rumor from years ago. One, that's the first thing. Y'all pressing a rumor from, what was it? Wasn't it like season 1, the reunion, the first reunion, when Sharice first put it up? Like, just give us a break. Give us a break. I'm sick of Sharice. I don't want her back, and I'm very annoyed that she's gonna be here at the reunion. I can't wait for Jackie to read Mia because she deserves it, and I hope she's added to the cast. Straight like that. I hope she's added to the cast straight like that, because Mia's a nasty girl, and the way she treated Jacqueline on the show this season was horrible. It was the fuck horrible. So there's that. But yeah, that's my little Potomac rant. Oh, it's only 6. Okay, 6:47. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna do the dishes. Probably cook something, because I haven't eaten since earlier, and I only ate one thing today. And try to, Potomac starts at 8. So I'm trying to be in the bathtub with my wine at 8, by 8. So I'm about to finish this real quick. I need to go do the dishes and stuff in the kitchen, and then I'll probably come back upstairs with y'all. And we gotta set up this tub, because I haven't been in this tub before, and I haven't taken a nice hot bubble bath in a long time. I already took my shower, but I'm probably gonna rinse again because I have moisturizing stuff on, and I don't like being in the bathtub with lotion all over my body. I hate that. I feel like I'm sitting in moisturizing soup or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to finish these little bantu is almost done. So yeah, see y'all when it's time for the spa night or the self-care night.
She moved out of state and shit that went left. She seeking forgiveness. She used to dance, but she went alone and start up a business. Her daddy is not around, her mama is not around. I watch her climb to the top of the pole and then get sliding down. I make it rain in this bitch, I make it snow in this bitch. She tryna get out of the mix. Shawty is going to G. Shawty is going to G. Yeah, I'm supporting this shit. This is a story that came from my life, and I'm just recording this shit. I'ma just give it to you direct instead of me doing this shit. You know you important this shit. You know I'm supporting this shit. We used to do pornos when you would come over, but now you got Mars and shit. I got like 4 on the wrist and an adorable kid. I got a Drake in the studio, and I don't just mean that I'm in this bitch. Please make the most of this shit. Don't just come close to some shit. I give you this bread, you rub me some head, and then you go blow up a beat. She moved out of state and shit that went left. She seeking forgiveness. She used to dance, but she went alone and start up a business. Her daddy is not around, her mama is not around. I watch her climb to the top of the pole and niggas. I make it rain in this bitch, I make it snow in this bitch. She tryna get out of the mix. Shawty is going to G. Shawty is going to G.
My bath was amazing, as expected. Part 2 of the reunion was a mess, as expected. I can't believe that these women want us to believe in the sisterhood of this show when they're acting the way they're acting. This reunion pissed me off. It's a great reunion so far. It's been great. I think Andy is doing a really decent job. I think he's doing better than what I thought he would do, especially when it comes to holding Giselle to the fire, holding Mia to the fire, or Rhymes to the fire. He's doing a much better job than expected. But these girls. So here's my issue. We just gonna go one by one real quick, because I'm gonna do this while I wash my face before I go to bed. Mia, enough has to be enough. When is she going to stop lying? When is she gonna stop lying? She's a pathological liar. I'm so sorry. she's not beating the lie allegations, even though she's upset that she's like being painted out to be a liar on the show. You said at that reunion, and because Wendy was getting in your ass and was correct about what she was saying in regards to you assaulting her and acting ridiculous, you want to say she slept with Peter at bar 1? What? Do you think we believe that? No receipts were shown, of course. But she sat there and said Wendy was just saying so many things beforehand, and that's what. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. I was talking about business, and Mia was talking, and Wendy was talking about threesome. The threesome comment didn't come after you took the drink and was acting crazy, baby. Wendy said nothing incorrect. She wasn't hostile. She wasn't on the rah 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 when you approached her about it. She was just being regular. You then decided to go, Wendy, don't fucking go there, okay? Because this is my family. What? All I said was, this is my business with Peter, 1. 2, why would I call a man that is not my husband to check in with him prior to my arrival to a city that he's also in? Are you insane? Are you insane? Wendy said nothing crazy, mean, disrespectful, nothing of the sort to Mia prior to that drink being thrown. Mia sat up there on that couch and said that that's what Wendy did. Then proceeded to attempt to invalidate the fact that Wendy said, you assaulted me and I fuck with you. She's like, well, okay. You have no remorse. You don't care about what you did. And Mia, and just like Mia said, Wendy said, I came to you in that hotel room that night afterwards for the betterment of the group. It wasn't for the fact of, okay, let me just get over it. It was for like, okay, how can I get the whole group to move forward? How, like, because we can't sit and focus on the fact that you threw a drink at me and hit me in the head with a purse the whole season, because I'm not about to do that. And I respect Wendy for that. However, I kind of wish she didn't do that, because now they're using it against her as a way of invalidating her experience and what happened to her. Giselle has the nerve to say, okay, but wasn't y'all just bumping coochies? And that was after the fact of the apology. You, Mia, then, during the process of the show being aired, showed no remorse on Twitter. Showed no remorse at the reunion. Like, she just didn't give a fuck that she did what she did. So, yeah, I'm agitated. Yes, I'm annoyed. Okay, fine. We was cool afterwards, but here today, right now, we're not cool. Because what are you doing? 2, Robin, for you to sit there and say, Karen, you could have diffused the situation. Why? Why does she have to be the one to diffuse the situation? Why? Because she was in the middle? Because she's their friend? Warren, aren't y'all all in the same cast? I'm confused. Why y'all putting that responsibility on Karen? Robin sat there and antagonized Wendy the whole time. Had the nerve to say, but you're doing all of this, and if she was to turn around and hit you, I don't want to see you fighting on TV. If you're going to fight her, do it off of camera. Why? She threw a drink on me and hit me in the head, hit me in the head with the purse on camera. Why can't be her ass on camera? I get the idea of like, oh, Wendy actually has real jobs that can like be affected by her being violent on television. But at the same time, she's being attacked and assaulted on television. And y'all are sitting there not speaking up for her. And y'all had so much mouth for Monique. But then I realized y'all had that much mouth for Monique because y'all didn't like Monique. For no reason. Okay, cool. Again, Candace, Candace tried to do the whole colorist thing, right? With the cast. I respect that she attempted to bring something like that up. However, when you are on a cast with imbeciles, there's no such thing as bringing up a topic as serious as colorism. There needed to be a mediator. I understand that this was a first step forward, fine. It was weak. It needed to be a deeper conversation, because the 4 rockheads sat there and pretended as if they didn't understand what colorism was, or how it was affecting the group, or how any of them were portraying colorism. Giselle really sat there and acted like she couldn't comprehend what Candace was saying. A whole 50-plus-year-old woman with dark-skinned children, brown-skinned children, excuse me, but darker than her regardless, and acted like she didn't understand what was happening. She didn't get it. I commend Candace for trying, but that is, not only is that the wrong group setting to do that in, because that needs to be mediated by a black woman. And I respect Andy for stepping down and realizing this is not my space. But it's horrible that they voted against having a mediator. And Candace wanted a mediator and instead was outvoted, and the producers told her to be the mediator. How, when she's the one being affected by the colorism on the show? How? She's the perfect example of dealing with colorism on that show. Candace and Ashley both came into the show as fireballs. Both were being crazy. Both were talking quote unquote nasty to the other cast members. Others were both rah 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 rah. They couldn't stand Ashley when she got there because of that. Ashley was never called nasty. They never said she went too far. They never said she was aggressive. They never said she was too emotional, cried too much, or was too angry. They never said that. But they said it about Candace. They called Monique aggressive when she was on the show. Prior to the fight, they was calling Monique aggressive. They called Wendy aggressive on the last season because she cursed Ashley out at that dinner table or whatever on the trip or some shit like that. Called her aggressive for that. But they do the same shit. So why is it that these 3 girls are aggressive and none of y'all have been called aggressive until this season? Why is that? And y'all aren't the ones calling y'all selves aggressive. We're the ones calling y'all aggressive. Because we've watched this for 7 seasons go on. That y'all continue to call the brown girls on the cast all of these names. A bully. All this stuff. When y'all are portraying the same exact things that they're doing. And nobody is holding you guys accountable for what you're doing and saying that you guys are bullies. You guys are the aggressors. Okay, that's the colorism. That's the colorism. Giselle, aka, you would know best, right? She would know best. She's an AKA. She went to Hampton. She an old school AKA too. And that brings me to my other point. Wendy is also an AKA. You're soror. And you sat on the couch and said you didn't care about her feelings or her being assaulted because you didn't like her. And y'all want us to believe that this is supposed to be a reality TV show regarding the idea of a sisterhood? How, when you have nasty ass women on the show like Giselle. Giselle is nasty. And I don't care that people are saying, oh, well, y'all act like in real life, if it was somebody that you knew in real life that you didn't like, you would not care if they got beat up. You would not care if they were assaulted. Here's the difference, right? Here's the difference. Giselle, Wendy, Robin, Ashley, all of these women have a history with one another, right? Candace, Cameron, they all have a history. Whether they like each other or not on a TV show, that is completely different than somebody regular in the street that you don't fuck with getting beat up and you don't care about it. Now, for me personally, if it was somebody that I didn't like, friend or no friend, and something like that happened to them, I would be like, that's fucked up. I don't rock with you, but you're dragging it, Mia. You're dragging it. There was no reason for a drink to be thrown. No reason for a purse to be swinging somebody's head. Like, you're doing a lot. That don't mean I'm on Wendy's side. That don't mean I fuck with Wendy now. That don't mean Wendy my friend. I can say, you're doing the most. You look crazy. You should probably stop. You're the one that started it. You see how that works? And still not be friends with Wendy. That's called being an adult and having common motherfucking sense. But Giselle can't do that. And it's so ironic to me that Wendy is your soror, and this whole idea of sororities having each other's backs and stepping up and speaking for each other. You're always supposed to be, that's your sister regardless what line, what school, regardless. You gonna back for your sister. But because Giselle is so nasty, bitter, and jealous of Wendy in her life, she can't do that. Because Wendy has consistently read Giselle and called Giselle out on her shit when it came to Giselle trying to start with her. And she can't take it. That's the problem. Then just sit there and act like you don't comprehend colorism? Okay, AKA. Because if you know, you know. Then you have Ashley Darby, who's just dumb. She's just dumb. I'm sorry. I commend Wendy and Candace for dealing with them. But if it was me, Mia would have got two-pieced. Mia would have got two-pieced. I'm sorry. Baby, if that would have meant losing that John Hopkins check or that MSNBC check, listen. Because Mia needs to be two-pieced. You're just saying shit just to say. To get on TV and accuse me of cheating on my husband who was backstage. Are you slow? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Mia could have been a great addition to that cast, but instead she does nothing but lie. It is so strange to me. She is everything with what's wrong with reality TV. She's literally what people, when people think of reality TV, they think of people like Mia. You sit there and you lie. You make up things out of nowhere. You run from accountability when somebody is finally getting in your ass. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So for her to be an addition to the cast and to bring energy like this into the group, that's beyond me. Quite frankly, I personally think that I don't care to see Robin next season. I don't. I know people want her to be held to the fire for this whole wand thing, but y'all have to understand that Robin, she's not going to be held to the fire. Why would she be? Why would she be? They're not going to let that happen. Giselle is not going to let that happen. So quite frankly, I feel like she should be demoted. No, she should be fired. She should be fired because she's brought nothing to the show since it started. You know what? Let me give her some grace. She did bring a storyline that was interesting and different from any other housewife that we had seen. You know, with the whole losing the money the way they lost their money, living in a house with a man that she was divorced from. Like, that was different. That was intriguing. That was interesting, right? Besides Dolores and Frank on Real Housewives of New Jersey, that was different. But at this point, Robin hasn't given us anything for these past few seasons. She's giving us nothing. What, a hat line? Who fucking cares? Who cares? She can go. There's no reason for her to be there. Because what happened with her and Juan is not going to be addressed next season the way it should be. Next case. Giselle needs to be demoted. Friend of the cast. Demote her. I would rather see Jacqueline fight it out with Mia. I would rather see Escala come on the show and y'all actually give her a chance besides just marking her as boring because she's not giving y'all contrived and fake ass drama. Like, I would rather see people actually try to have real friendships. That's the one thing I will say about Candace. She is one of the only people on that cast since she has gotten there that seems as though she really believes in these friendships. Like, when she's saying she's your friend, she really fucks with you from what it seems, from what it appears to be. Because if you think about it, she tried it with Ashley. Every single season she tried to be a real friend with Ashley. It didn't work out. Always was very close with Karen, even though they had their back and forths. She did have a very strong relationship with Monique up until that whole thing. Well, her and Monique was back and forth, but for the most part, Candace really liked Monique, and that was her friend for real in her mind. But unfortunately, it did not work out. It did not end that way because of a clear miscommunication that they neither one of them could communicate properly in regards to. And then with Robin, she considers Robin a real friend. That's not how that works. They're only friends with her because they didn't like Monique. That's why they got real close to you. Same thing with Giselle. That's why they got real close to you. So I just think it's just very telling, and it's just gross to see. I just can't get over Giselle though, because Giselle had the nerve to say, wasn't y'all bumping coochies? Wasn't you hugging up on Chris and saying hi to Chris? After you said that he made you uncomfortable? Right? Wouldn't that be kind of similar? You're in a situation with somebody, but then you see them and you cool with them, or you kikiing and laughing and hugging up on them, allowing them to hug you, so on and so forth. So for her to sit up there and say she did not lie, I said he made me uncomfortable. Even Andy asked her, he said, what did he do? Because you said that he did something. She said he made me uncomfortable. That's what he did. But you insinuated, you made it seem as though something happened. It couldn't have been more than that. It had to be, it couldn't have been less than what you just said was. Because the way she drug it out, from sitting at Robin's, at the table with Robin's, from going to Karen's house, from going to Ashley, like, if it was just a case of he just made me feel uncomfortable, and when I brought it up, he walked out of the room, then that's it. Like, I'm just so confused about this whole entire thing. Like, why was it dragged out for this entire season? And for Mia to attempt to say that it's Candace making it worse, and like, how are y'all gonna tell her how to react to her husband being accused of making a woman on a cast that she's a part of, that she on a show that she works on, uncomfortable? How would you fucking react? How would you react if it was a case of somebody is saying that your husband could have possibly done something inappropriate to them? To say that she overreacted and she reacted weird and made it worse than what it was? No, she didn't. Because Giselle made it very, very clear. He's a sneaky link. So what are we talking about? It's crazy to me that they're sitting there attempting to gaslight Candace, making it seem like what happened to Wendy was just like, oh, whatever, it was just a drink. Or whatever, it was just a hit to the purse. Making it seem like, oh, it's not based on colorism, it's based on the fact that we don't like this one and we don't like that one. But why? Let's talk about it. I don't know, but I hope that the next episode Chris gets in Giselle's ass. I hope that Eddie makes a mockery of Ashley's friends. I hope that Ray gets in Giselle and Charisse's ass. I don't know why Charisse is being brought up there to talk about rumors that she's been talking about since her season that she was on, that nobody gives a fuck about. Like, what are we doing? Nobody cares. And I'm very happy that Jacqueline looks like she came prepared, because Mia deserves an ass whooping for the way she treated her lifelong real life friend on television. She made that girl seem like she was broke. She was the one taking care of her. She was annoying. Like, the way that she was talking about her in front of the group and texting, the text message she was sent, like, it was giving very much mean girl to your own friend for the sake of a new, like, getting new friends. Everything she did and said to Jackie was unnecessary and just mean for no reason. But somehow Jackie is also in the wrong. No, she's not. She reacted to a friend, somebody who was supposed to be a friend, being rude and nasty to her for no reason. So no, I'm into it. There's that. I'm gonna get out of here because it's time for bed. It is 11 o'clock at night. So this is gonna be the end of this vlog. I will see y'all hopefully next week. If not, this week again, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I might do a get ready with me this week. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm over 1,000 subscribers now. I hit 1,000 and then I became over 1,000. So that's really cool to see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my content. If you have anything in particular that you would like to see, let me know down below. And I will see y'all later. Bye, darlings.